Alright, fellas, people, ladies, gentlemen, everybody in the fuck between. Welcome back to another episode of Face of Reality. We got our usuals here. We got Mello, we got Mike G's. Unfortunately, we missed one
Mike
part of
G's
this
is
program,
crazy.
but show must go on as scheduled. Oh man, so what we got on the docket today, fellas?
We're gonna talk about hoops. That's what we're gonna talk about. How y'all feel about the start of the season? How
Man,
teams is
listen, start
playing?
of the season, it's been tough.
I like how the season's starting so far. It's been a good start of the season. A couple
Man, shout
guys, a
out to
couple
Utah
guys are showing
Jazz.
out. A lot of guys are showing out this year. A couple
Yo, shout
guys
out to
stepping
Utah
up.
Jazz, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to.
I got the whole stand.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm one of them who said y'all wasn't gonna be shit. Cause I ain't not to say y'all bad basketball players, but let's be honest here. That
of
roster is
course.
so
Nobody thought they
big.
would be, but to be honest, let's really talk about it. They not gonna. They just on a good start of the season.
Yeah, yeah.
We
They on a
nobody's
good.
nobody's everybody's just happy to see that the Jazz can actually play basketball, but nobody expects them to actually really make the playoffs. They're gonna eventually get on a losing streak. They're gonna eventually slow down, but they're still gonna be competing with teams. Bad teams always compete with teams, and the Jazz just goes to show you that there's not really any bad team in the NBA. They're probably what?
Just 60.
Oh shit.
Instead, Snappletooth was proven superior
Nah,
to
it's
a
probably
daily
like bad teams. It's
exactly.
probably like bad teams, but it's not horrible teams. Them bad teams could all
Nah,
compete.
they're not.
Like symptoms. Your doctor right
They're
away.
not.
So,
So we gonna go. We gonna start by going down the standings. Obviously, we got teams that we know is gonna be here. Some teams surprise people. Other teams didn't. It's not much to talk about in the Eastern Conference. Some team. Well, there is. It's only one team that really sticks out.
wait, you don't think there's none to talk about in the Eastern Conference?
There's only two teams that stick out in the three teams actually that stick out in the East.
Of-
That's supposed to be in the top.
It's not about the top. It's about who's on the bottom.
Yeah, it's not about. That's what I was about to say. You said it's not much to talk about. There's a lot to talk about. Talk about them Sixers. What the hell are they doing?
Yeah,
1-4.
they're looking real bad. And it's not like
You can't say it's hard. You can't say it's hard as full now.
you can't say it's Embiid either. Embiid,
Only one came to an Indiana Pacers team who's in the process of rebuilding. Mind you,
and they
they
struggled.
still was in a close game with them.
They struggled.
With no
But bad teams do compete, like I
What's going
said.
on with Philly?
I don't really think anything's going on in Philly. I just think it's a slow start. I think they're
It's a slow start.
Yeah, I think their other guys need to produce more. Maxey is still doing what he does. He's averaging 20 points this year. That's like 2 3 points higher than last season. They get about like zero production from the bench. They get no production from the bench at all. They're probably like they got good names on the bench, but nobody's really producing anything on the bench. They playing a little bit of defense, but they're not playing the defense that we're expecting them either. It's mainly just Embiid and James Harden. Embiid is the one like he started off slow, but he's getting back into the groove right now.
Yo, shout out to Harden, man. We have faith you're gonna come in and do what you do, and you're doing that. But it's sad you're losing. We don't want to see you losing.
Maybe
He's
I mean
delivering, but
he is delivering, but this his style of basketball. That's what Philly went towards his style of basketball instead of how they normally play through Embiid. And that's not a winning type of basketball as we always saw. So that's maybe another reason why they're losing. That's why they probably losing.
another team that sticks out the bottom of this. The fuck is going on with Brooklyn? Man? What the fuck is going
I
on?
mean, of course we all expected this, but KD and Kyrie. That's all you gotta say.
I don't need to. I need to get this from the Ben Simmons guy in here. You don't want to talk about.
Yeah, you gotta
what's going on with
defend.
your
You can't
Listen,
even
honestly,
defend
I
him.
boy.
right now.
Defend his acting.
I'm gonna just go with what Kyrie ever said, and he hasn't played basketball in 2 years. Leave him alone.
That's really you can't.
I
even say
mean,
that.
All I'm saying.
look at Brandon. Brandon. Look at Zion. Zion hasn't played in how long?
You're
Zion
definitely
hasn't played in a season.
Kawhi hasn't played in a minute.
honestly,
Clay
the issue with Brooklyn it's just Ben
I
Simmons
mean,
still
you
coming
can't
to
say
score.
Clay. You can't say Clay because he's been
Hey,
horrible since he
that's the
came back.
only. Matter of fact, that's not the only issue. Because for all y'all stat guys out there, Kevin Durant has the worst plus minus on the court.
He does.
So clearly, it's not just all Ben Simmons. That's for all the stat
I
guys out there,
mean,
man.
his points is
So,
not producing as much as it used to, but don't
I'm
act
just
like
saying.
he's not.
Maybe
He's
KD
not
not
just
out there
getting buckets.
defending. I've been watching the games. I feel like Brooklyn is doing fine. It's just Ben Simmons not being aggressive enough, you know. And Brooklyn gets a lot of turnovers, you know. And also you gotta remember they missing Seth and TJ Warren, which is two other shooters and two other guys who could go get a bucket. So if you look at it, it's just really Kyrie and KD just
And
going out
Day'Ron
there
is
scoring,
not
and everybody
playable.
is out there just to defend.
They need a big. Day'Ron is not.
really complete.
Day'Ron
Yeah,
needs
you know?
to learn a lot. Day'Ron needs
But
to
enough
learn a
about
lot.
enough about the Eastern Conference. We got that motherfuckers out the way.
You
Man,
only talked about the
West,
bottom.
West.
You gotta talk. I mean, ain't nothing really going on like you said at the top.
Nothing really going on at the top. Just the bottom.
I mean,
we gotta concern
you gotta
ourselves.
talk about
Two
Giannis though.
Wait,
Man.
wait. You're not gonna mention the Washington Wizards?
You're not gonna. Yeah.
Come on.
And you gotta talk. You gotta talk about somebody like the Indiana Pacers. They are playing horrible, but Tyrese Halliburton might win Most Improved Player of the Year.
Man, listen.
And they have a Rookie of the Year candidate. That's something to talk about with Indiana.
Benedict is doing some shit. He's backing up his words. As he said
I told y'all he was gonna be nice. I told y'all the first time he recorded he was gonna be up there for Rookie of the Year, and he's proven me right. I like to see him doing what he doing, and then Tyrese.
He better prove me right. You talking shit about I can beat LeBron.
Yeah, he ain't say all that. He ain't say all that, but he was talking. He was talking shit.
He definitely said he was better than LeBron.
Ah, you drag it. He just said you gotta show me.
He definitely did.
You got it.
He is better backed up.
We know he's not better than LeBron. But what I can say is that he's backing up that he can be that dude. I'm not saying he is that guy, but he's showing he can
and it's
be
not
that
just
guy.
it's not just about him getting buckets.
He's being heavily aggressive whenever he's on the floor. He's constantly scoring. He's everywhere on the floor.
He's always
But
playing. He's on everybody on
I
defense.
feel like his playmaking could get a little better after watching a few of the games, and also he needs to hit jump shots more consistently, like especially behind the 3-point line.
Yeah, he's not
Because
really
he's
the best 3-point shooter.
Scoring at the rim, you know, and taking a little mid.
That's what
Those
Tyrese
like
is
his
for.
Game. But that three, you gotta get more consistent from him.
Yeah, it do. That backcourt gonna be amazing.
Himself as a good defender. If y'all have not been watching the game, he guards the other team's best offensive player so far in the fourth quarter. Like the other game in Philly, he was
Because
got
he works hard. He plays hard.
Yeah.
He's not afraid. He's not afraid to get dropped. He's not afraid to
I like him.
Yeah, he's tough.
He
That
is
backcourt gonna be nice for a couple years going on.
He's not afraid to play defense as you should. Play your game. Shit happens.
Yeah, he gonna be nice. But we know the rest of Indiana, they're ass. They're just Indiana. What else going on? You got Giannis over there in the Bucks. Of course. Yeah, they're the only undefeated team. Even though they only played 3 games, which is kind of crazy. While there's teams that played about like 6 games.
Celtics not Celtics. The Bucks and Knicks tonight, man.
Bucks and Knicks.
Bucks take
And
their first out or New York.
you only saying that because you a New York fan. Be quiet.
I'm asking.
We don't want
Right,
to talk about
Knicks winning tonight.
y'all
But
not winning.
is the Knicks gonna show they're back to playing basketball, or they gonna show, or the Bucks are just gonna overwhelm them?
I mean, this is the first really good team y'all played. I think y'all might get killed. Giannis going for 40. Look at what he's been doing all season.
Grizzlies too. Played the Grizzlies too, and that was a good game. Even though we lost, it was a good game, and Cam Reddish was his lifesaver.
Yeah, that was a good game.
This is a different type of Giannis that I've seen compared to him being in the season.
So you're not going to take into consideration that Middleton is out. That it's going to be a little easier to play defense on like team wise.
On Giannis?
No.
Giannis.
But is the other guys going to?
What is it gonna do? How? Because Giannis is always gonna apply pressure to where he's getting multiple defenders looked at him no matter what, and he has shooters all around the court no matter what. Everybody on that team can shoot. And they all move the ball. So if one guy don't have the shoot, if one guy don't have the shot, the other person got the shot. They always looking out for each other.
Are they gonna hit shots tonight? Is the question.
They most likely are.
I don't think the perimeter shooting is going to be a problem. Never. Well, it has been, but it never has been a big issue.
Yeah, it's never been an issue for the Bucks. And look at what Giannis is. He's shooting 40% on 3 attempts a game. Even though it's only been 3 games, he's shooting 40% on 3 attempts.
Oh yeah.
And he's averaging 36.
The best player in the league.
Even when he's not trying, he looks like the best player in the league. He could barely be doing anything, and he still looks like the best player.
And yet he's so goddamn humble. Stop being humble.
That's why you gotta love Giannis. I can't lie. I used to not like him, but you can't not like Giannis. He's him.
You can't not like Giannis at this point.
Boston, you got Boston too going on in the East.
What?
I honestly did not expect Boston to take this start, even without Ime Udoka here. I was not expecting it. I'm surprised, but at the same time, I'm not.
Was Zula a good coach?
Yeah.
And they have no bigs. Let's get that straight. They do not have Robert Williams to start the season. So I'm really
I mean, they
surprised
have Al Horford.
Yeah, but I mean, he's needed because he's a very good. He's needed. He's needed, but at the same time, he's not because look at Al Horford. You know, he played most of his career at the.
It's not even just about Al Horford. Look how it's a team defense.
Tatum is what 6'9", 6'10", 220, 225. The length.
Yeah.
Solid.
They do need a big, but everybody on that team play defense and they all know how to play smart defense. They all switch. They all play passing lanes. Their defense is real tough. They don't really need Robert Williams 100%, but of course in the long run they're gonna need him when it gets to like playoff time. Yeah, and Quay, wasn't you talking about they looking like they might go to the finals?
Oh.
You ain't say that?
I said Bucks Clippers in the finals. But the way it's looking, it don't look like the Clippers ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We'll talk about the Clips when we go to the West. Not gonna lie.
Yo, bro, you don't understand.
We could go to the West right now. Matter of fact, there's nobody else in the East.
They make me regret. Oh, he dropped off.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's keep going.
Sorry, man. They make me regret saying they gonna go to the finals. I know it's the start of the season, and I gotta be, patient with them, but bro, goddamn.
Yeah, I think I'm falling off about them too. I did have high hopes of them, but I kind of started losing that even before the first game. Just for some reason, I started losing hopes. But
why not playing, man?
It's not even just about that. They need to build team chemistry. They need to build even though they have been playing together for like a few years, a lot of the players been on that roster for a few years. They all hasn't really played together because a lot of them really been healthy, and they do got a few new faces. That offense and Norman Powell hasn't really been looking good this year either. PG, he looks kind of a little rusty. Of course, PG's gonna get back to the PG, but he look kind of rusty. I like how John Wall looked though. It's good to see John Wall back.
Look good, but the thing is that John Wall comes off the bench. That's fine because Ray Jackson's very good at what he does. But bro, come on, why did John Wall come off the bench?
I think it's good because it helps their bench. Even though Reggie could score off the bench, it gives them more of an option because Reggie is and Reggie already has that chemistry with them also. At least he's really been with them with Kawhi and Paul George, Zubac. He really played with them for mad years. Yeah. He knows how to play with all of them. He knows all those guys' spots. He knows how to play defense with them, how to communicate with them. They've been doing this. I think it's smart having him start. I think John Wall will eventually start, though, probably later on in the season.
By the way, Miles Turner's back tonight, man.
Miles Turner's back tonight?
He's back tonight. You think they beat the Wizards tonight? I think so. His impact.
I don't know. He might get hurt again. Impact. He might get hurt again. He's another AD.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, his impact means a lot, bro. Especially to a team that's not that good and that desperately needs that rim protecting and another big that can rebound and stretch the floor out. He's needed.
Yeah, he is. He's needed. Tonight. But I don't know. I don't know how much he hasn't played ball in a little minute.
got a three
He
already.
ain't hooping
First
a
shot.
little minute. I don't know how good he's gonna play. If I was betting, I'd have took the under on
Watching
him.
the game right now, as we speak. You know, we got to keep him on basketball.
Yeah.
While we talk about basketball.
Kyle
What's up?
Kuzma on the Wizards. Let's talk about him. He's really flourished on the Wizards. Crazy. He looks
Yeah,
he
because
looks
he's
nice.
grown into his own person now. You
He
know?
looks like the person that we all thought that he was gonna be in Lakers. I never thought that he was gonna be nice. I was a Kuzma hater because people were saying that he was better than Brandon Ingram, and that's my guy. But Kuzma is really showing that he's actually a really good player. He even showed that in that Lakers run. But you now really see that he's really could be one of them like top 3 guys on a good team. And then they got KP. KP's been playing pretty good. I fuck with him and Bradley Beal together. That's a pretty decent duo. And then Kuzma compliments them well.
Actually good for them.
Yeah, I like Monte Morris with them. Washington
And
might.
Halliburton just got to get one, man. I'm telling you, this Pacers team with Miles Turner, they might win a few games, and he gonna give teams hard times.
Nah, they not gonna give nobody hard times. Who else?
Man, they've been giving teams hard times since the start of the season.
They whack. Ain't nobody worried. They tanking. They going for Victor. They in a race for Victor.
Everybody going for Victor.
They ain't contenders.
Everybody.
They ain't contenders.
Going for Victor.
Don't worry, he going to the Pels because my team is dirt. Yeah, we're whack. Let's talk about how we really so garbage. That's what we gotta talk about. Why is my team so whack? The Russ slander gotta stop. I do understand. I do not like how Russ be playing, especially especially last season. He's not starting the season well either. But it do gotta stop. It's not just him. We're gonna lose those games regardless whether he's playing or not. We cannot shoot. We cannot. We could get good looks, but nobody trusts our jump shot at all. Everybody's letting us shoot because we're the worst shooting team in the league. Our defense do look amazing. I do love how our defense look, but we just don't look good. Braun don't. He's not that same impactful player. He's gonna put up the stats, but it just don't mean the same as much as it used to. But the upside, Anthony Davis does look really good though. Anthony Davis.
Yeah, we expected it.
Yeah, he's averaging good numbers. He probably gonna be up there for a DPOY candidate. I don't know how he won't be if he keeps playing at this rate. I don't know how he won't be. But AD always have good numbers defensively and always get looked off at.
Then we said can't get it back in the cold.
What the hell?
The difficulties be back now.
So yo, Sammy, we were just talking about how bad the Lakers suck.
Yeah, we were talking about how terrible my team is. It's a bad start of the season for me.
Now we gotta go to Mike. Your team, bro. What's going on, man?
I was just saying like, I'm gonna talk about our highs first, cause why talk about the negatives when we already suck? We play great defense. I love how we play defense. We actually got good communication. We all move a lot on the ball. We all play good defense in passing lanes. We got decent rim protection, especially when AD's there. That's great rim protection right there. We have AD playing as I expected. He's playing how I expected. He's averaging 24, 9, and he's shooting good from the field. We need his jump shot to get back. I don't know what happened to his jump shot, but he's still playing good.
You know, you can ask that question for the whole entire team. They can't fucking chill.
To the lows, because that's the only highs is that AD is playing good and our defense. Our lows is we suck. We cannot shoot. We cannot shoot, and that makes our offense really hard to. It makes our offense really hard to do anything because nobody's believing in our shots and we're not hitting it for them to believe in it anyways. So it makes it really hard. I think I like him as a coach. I think he just relies too heavily on defense. He relies too heavily on defense. If he worked on the offense a little more, I don't think we would have this problem as much. Say if we had like a coach like Vogel. Coach was a very defensive orientated coach too, but he knew how to work with offenses as well. I think if we had like a coach as Vogel at this time, I think we'll be a little bit better, but I think we'll end up picking it up eventually, but we do suck. I have zero faith in this team.
Nah, y'all just suck. It's okay.
Yeah, I have
But
zero
there's
faith in this
something I
team.
want to get off of my chest about the team in the West that I knew was going to be like this, and that's the Timberwolves. They suck.
Yeah, I knew you
I
wanted.
said,
Go
That Looney
off.
trade made no sense.
Go
It
ahead.
was
Go
gonna fix their
off.
problem. They're still mid.
Go.
They still cannot defend the perimeter. Cat still can't protect the paint even when Rudy come out, and even when he is in there, Cat still getting a bunch of foul troubles and still playing a little soft when he should get his big ass down there and play bully
The
ball
worst part of
instead
him is
shooting all
on the
day.
perimeter.
And then the bench is not even looking all that good. The bench is not even looking all that good outside of Jalen Noel. That team is mid. I've been saying this. They're not that good. They're gonna be right back where they was, a playing team, fighting for that 8-7 spot. That and go try to
Yeah.
get into the playoffs.
I know you wanted
That's
to
exactly
go
what they're
off
gonna be,
about
right
them.
where it was last year. They're mid. They
They
suck.
they do look very mid. I will admit that. A lot of they are disappointing a lot of people right now. Cat at the 4 is horrible because he looks terrible on the fucking perimeter on defense. That defense on the perimeter, he be looking just running around all over the
that
place,
defense is horrendous.
fouling people. But Rudy makes up for it because if they get past him or if he looks stupid, Rudy gonna make up for it. He's done. Rudy's been doing this. He makes up for his team's faults on defense. He always does it. At least let's talk about how D'Lo's been playing. He's been playing great. He looks nice. He looks like
All right.
a little. He look like D'Lo
D'Lo
again.
looks good. Rudy
Ant.
makes up for.
But we are not talking
Ant-
about Ant though.
Ant is
Your
not
man's
playing
Ant.
like Ant. What's going on?
Yeah, it looks bad in.
It's because his bad diet or something.
I guess so. It looked bad in
Papa
Minnesota.
died.
I heard that Rudy Gobert also liked the comment talking about this trade. I forgot what it said exactly, but I heard it was saying like he like this trade was like one of the worst trades of all time. This is gonna ruin their careers or something like that. And he liked the tweet. I don't know if he still has it but he liked the
Maybe he's
tweet.
doing that role. You know, he thinks it's probably funny.
No, it's not funny.
He's the French
What's
player.
funny?
He's a French
What is funny about competing with straight garbage? Not I won't say garbage. Like I said, there's not really. There's no bad teams in the NBA. There's no. Like I said, there's no bad teams in the NBA.
He lost to the Utah Jazz.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're losing to bad teams. They're losing to teams that are supposed to be tanking.
Happen when you have a 3-time defensive player of the year and a 3-4-time All-Star. You got Cat, All NBA, multiple All-Stars. D'Lo, he's top 20
Anthony
point guards in the
Edwards, who's
NBA
supposed to be a
at his best.
generational
And
talent.
then you got one of the rising young stars under 25 coming in the league, doing what he does. Are you kidding me?
They should, and that whole team as a whole should be at least a month.
Are you kidding me?
That team, it's sad. It's sad. They are disappointing. I don't know if they're gonna pick it up. They probably gonna be a player most likely.
That's bad. That's bad.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't make the playoffs at all. I wouldn't be surprised. They're probably gonna make the play-in, but I wouldn't.
Nah, I can't see it that far because there's bad teams in the West. That's not.
Yeah,
gonna make it.
another bad team like the Kings. They suck too.
Yeah.
That's a bonus trade was a bad trade too. Get De'Aaron Fox out of there, bro.
It's
Yeah.
the Kings.
You know, De'Aaron's one of my guys. It's so sad to see him hoop.
Expect out of Sacramento, bro. They just bound to be bad.
Yeah, they are. They are bound to be bad. That's why get De'Aaron out of there. Help my man's. Free my man's.
They look churns.
I was watching the game the other day. I was watching the game the other day. I forgot who the Kings was playing, and De'Aaron Fox was killing. You know,
Going off.
Sabonis took what? At that time it was the fourth quarter. Then Sabonis, no, it was going into the fourth. Sabonis had 4 fouls. He was in his fourth quarter. Sabonis had 4 fouls. He had almost a triple double, 7, 7, and 9. Played like 24 minutes, but took 3 shots. My second best player is not supposed to be taking 3 shots a game. I don't care
Moving like Ben Simmons.
I don't care what type of defense they're playing on him. At the end of the day, in 24 minutes, my second best player is not supposed to take 3 shots.
Nah,
As
in
a
no
Kings
situation.
And as a Kings coach, I shouldn't want that.
Yeah,
The
it's
bonus should
bad
have
in
won that.
it's
Three
bad in
shots
Sacktown.
going to the fourth is crazy. I understand teams that can defend you well and try to limit your shot attempts, but bro, be aggressive. You're losing. You're the second best.
It's not like he's a small body.
You're the second best player.
He's garbage.
And that's
We
crazy because if he was in Indiana right now, he would be putting up. Now I'm not gonna say he's gonna put up this crazy stat line, but he'll be putting up what, damn near 20, 10, and like 7 assists. If he was over there and he come to the Kings and play like he's just some bum,
I don't care. He's been whack.
22, 9, and 8 is what I see him in Indiana. If he was still
And he's still whack.
that's bad, bro.
Get De'Aaron some help. He's looking amazing. Look at the numbers he's putting up, and he
get De'Aaron out of there.
yeah, and look at the jump shot. Look at the jump shot that he pulled on. Now his jump shot is money. He got money. His shit money now. He could shoot now. And we haven't really seen a lot of Keegan Murray. He only played about 2 games. Did he drop out again?
Yeah, I think he did drop out again. But yeah, Keegan Murray has been looking good. He came back and played, 2-3 games, and in those 2-3 games, he's been averaging almost 20 points a game, almost 50% shooting, almost 40, I think close to 40% behind the 3-point line too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
he's looking good out there, you know. But they need just a little more than that. I mean,
Sacktown needs some help. Sacktown is not it. Get De'Aaron out of there.
By the way, though, about this Pacers game I told you about, they are up 15 right now in the first quarter. 4 minutes ago.
Damn, Bradley Beal has not been scoring.
I mean, but they got a 3-1 record. They have I'm not gonna say a top 5 defense, but their defense is what, at best top 10, top 15 in the league, and their offense is not that bad. They can hit shots, you know. They play as a team. Everybody does what they do. They all share the rock. They move the ball very well over there. So you know, I'm not going too crazy about the way he's scoring.
Yeah, I mean, but let's talk about Phoenix. You thought they was gonna be some bums. Devin Booker is putting on a show every night. That boy is a demon. And I like how they got DeAndre and being a little more aggressive, getting more shots up. It looks good because what he did, what Monty did last year, was so messed up. He violated him. But he ain't been looking good. Mikal gone. He still look like how he played defense last year.
There's an issue I have with the Suns.
What's going on?
If you haven't noticed in their games, they are missing Jay Crowder. They are.
They don't need Jay Crowder. They got Cam Johnson.
You can tell they're missing him in terms of leadership on the court. That extra scorer and defender, that shooting. You know. It's like the little things, and then now they're asking Cam Thomas to be more of a defender, to rebound more, because they need to fill that void. And honestly, Cam Thomas is a very good player, but his skill set is more so. He's more of a player that shoots the ball, scores. You know, he's not a defender.
Cam Johnson can play defense.
So you know, and that bench don't look that good either.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
So you know, like I said, they're missing Jay Crowder, but it's in fact now their bench is not producing as much.
Yeah, that's the main thing I think they're missing with Jay Crowder, because Cam has to start now, and Cam Payne don't look that good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Chris Paul, he doesn't look like he's regressing, but he doesn't look like he's getting any better. He doesn't he's kind of like he don't even look the same. Like, how can I put it?
I know what you mean, because he's not playing. I mean, he's playing like how. Yeah.
And even at Chris Paul at his worst, he's not even playing like that. Like,
he is playmaking though.
He's playing decent, but I expected more and better from Chris Paul after what went on last year.
I think he's just don't have to score as much, even though he is taking some shots, but he don't really care to score as much. He's there to be the facilitator and get everybody else to do what they got to do, and get everybody else open, get them to their spots, get 8 in his shots up because that's another thing that looked good, getting 8 in his shots
Yeah,
up.
but D-Book looked good.
Yeah, D-Book, but yeah, D-Book, he averaging, what, 32,
If you had
33?
to one like if we had to say MVPs right now, and we had to make the top 5 or top 10 players, D-Book got to be up there, for MVP voting because the way he's playing has been good, averaging what 30, like 5 and 5.
Yeah, he's averaging 32, about 4 rebounds and 5 assists, I think. And
Yeah,
he's shooting good from the field.
he's having a very good season.
He's
This
making
might
a
be
mark. Yeah, he's making a mark this season. He might.
he's making this case for MVP running a long way.
I mean,
The
he
team's
was
running
up
more
there. He was up there last year for a couple of weeks. He wasn't out there at the end of the season, but for a couple of weeks he was top 5. But
Yeah,
this
I like what I'm
season,
seeing from D-Book though.
yeah, D-Book is doing some shit this year. There's gonna be a tough season. There's a lot of guys showing out.
Yeah, it is.
There's a lot of guys showing out. What team want to talk about next?
Talk about how my guy Damon there before they just lost to the Heat, they was 4-0. Man, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Damon's back, man.
Dame is back. A lot of people was doubting him.
I know I'm a very big Dame fan. I'm glad to see him back, but it's sad to say, he injured again in that Heat game. But outside of that, they look good. And they're missing Gary Payton.
Yeah. I mean, they are missing Gary. I don't like, even though Gary's not to go crazy about, but he's a good impact to a team. You see what he did to the
But
Warriors,
that's the thing, though.
and he fits in that Portland system just like he did in.
I emphasize Gary is because without him, look at the team. They are a top 5 defensive team in the league without him, and adding him just makes their defense a whole lot better because the way he is with that Warriors team, how the
But you know what I don't like?
Minded player.
Dame does have to go off a lot. He's been going off a lot, and it shows that when he's not really going off. Yeah, I won't say I tend to struggle, but I struggle a little bit. But
yeah, but that's due to the fact that Anthony Simons, he's been playing good, but it's like
you expect him to play a little better.
He takes too long to get started.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And then
he takes too long to get started.
Dame, I see how Dame is doing. I see what Dame is doing. How he is. You see how you got a game winner from Jeremy Grant. Then you got a game winner from Ant Simons. You see that he's trusting his teammates. He's putting that leadership. I'm that guy. I'm Dame, but I'm gonna trust my teammates too to get that shot. So if he letting his teammates build that confidence and build that chemistry with his team, I do like that about them. And they squad are good. Their squad is good. They are very relied on Dame on offense though. But
they do.
If Anthony does start taking it stepping it up a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, he just went like I said the other day. He went 6 of 6 from the 2 teams in the third quarter. He was a bobble bomb. He went crazy. Yeah. And just watching that game, him coming off a screen, curling, catching a shoe, the way he shoots the ball, the way he catches it.
Yeah. He's just like, I'm not gonna lie, he really is like a baby Dame. And for being on his team, that's gonna show out. That's gonna show a lot in his career because Dame got so much to teach him. He really plays just like a baby Dame. And then Shadon Sharp, he looks really good for someone who hasn't played in college really, at all, right? He ain't played at college at all. For someone who hasn't played in college at all, he looks really good on both sides of the ball, and he don't look scared of the moment at all.
And if y'all did not know, when y'all watch the games, he's a very good defender. He holds his ground.
He does hold his ground, and he got a good build. He nice. Yeah. And he athletic. He's very athletic.
He need to get more touches though. Be more when he's on the court, he does what he does. And I guess because he's a rookie, but I feel like he need to get more shot attempts.
I mean, yeah, that's what he needs. But you got Dame Doll and Anthony on the court. There's bodies. Yeah, I won't say I got a bunch of scoring options, but y'all got bodies that can get some touches. That's why it's hard. But with Dame out, you should expect to see him get a lot more touches now.
Yeah.
I like how Dame is starting. He's looking real nice. He's looking tough. A lot of people was really thinking that he wasn't gonna come out and be the same person that he was. They must be crazy.
You know why? It's all the hype with the Trey Young, the Lucas, the Curry, the John Moran fans, Garland, DeJounte Murray, it's a lot of great guards. I'm not gonna say great, but it's a guard driven league.
It is a guard driven.
Every team got almost an elite guard.
I would say there's a lot of elite guards.
Kind of thought Dame was gonna fill up because he didn't play last year, but clearly he showed y'all that it's still him, and tonight, you gotta trust him.
Yeah,
he stayed in Portland for a reason, y'all. Even though I know they're not going to the finals ever.
Don't start this. He stayed in Portland to get money. That was the reason. He stayed in Portland to get money and not win. He wants to lose. That's what happened. He's not winning with that roster. I don't care.
He likes to prove people wrong.
He could try. He's not proving nobody wrong. He's not going nowhere.
Yo, Lakers try.
Alright,
Tell them go do something.
Alright, bro. On to the next one, bro.
Tell KD go get a win.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is a very bad start of the season for me. It's been a stressful season for me as a fan. I do like the season. I like the basketball games besides watching one of my teams and watching my Nets and KD and them. I'm 1-8 as in both my teams. I feel bad. It's not good for me right now. I've been stressing a little bit. But I can say. Nah, I got nothing to say. I got nothing to say. You can hear him? I can't. I don't know why it's not showing. It's bugging for Sammy. I don't know why it's doing that. But what other teams is there really to talk about? We don't really want to talk. We don't want to talk about the Hornets. The Hornets, they're a Victor Wembanyama team. They're going for Vic.
They're not getting him.
Oh, we didn't talk about Grizzlies and Ja. We did not talk about the Grizzlies and Ja. Even though
the Warriors, you want us to talk about the Warriors? I'm tired of talking about the Warriors. You know the Warriors.
Warriors. Ooh.
Oh, the Celtics. We talked about the Celtics. You missed it. If you want to talk about your Celtics, we can talk about your Celtics. Y'all just lost to the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, I can't even hear Ken.
Yeah, no Lonzo.
For some reason, I can't hear Ken.
Yeah, I can see you. No Lonzo. Yeah.
I can't see Ken. I'm gonna leave and join back.
Don't disappear when we start talking about your Lakers.
I could not hear you.
Don't disappear. You can't hear me?
Now I can hear y'all. That's why I left, because I could not hear you guys.
Yeah, I can hear you, Mike. Turn your camera on, yeah.
Alright.
Turn it on.
We already talked about the Lakers. I don't want to talk about them no more.
Mike, you gotta start recording again.
I did.
You ain't gotta record this because y'all done heard this a million times. But now your boy LeBron is trying to hold it down. But he got a trash team. What can you do?
It's not. Right? It's not even.
You know what? You know who's the sleeper crew? The Pelicans.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't speak about the Pels. They are gonna make some noise. I think this may be a hot take, but I could see them making it to the finals. I know they may be too young. I know they may be too young.
You're reaching.
They may be too young. They could be too young, but this is a hot take. Pelicans could go to the finals. If they're healthy and Zion, no injuries, Zion is healthy, Brandon Ingram, their whole team healthy, they can do it. They have the squad to do it, and they're deft to do it. Everybody on that team plays defense.
Keep in mind, Mike. Can you guys keep in mind? They did that last year without Zion.
Yeah, they did.
Right. So this year they should be even stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So they're going to sleep. They're the sleeper team from the West. Right. You got to deal with them, and then who else in the West? Really.
You got to deal with the Warriors, the Suns, Nuggets.
Yeah,
So Grizzlies.
Nobody expects the Warriors.
No, what?
They might.
Desmond Bain and George had 30.
You said nobody expect the Warriors? That's what you
Yeah,
said,
of
Ken?
course, the Warriors. I'm getting like mad delays from you guys.
Yeah, it's not, I see it too.
Yeah, I see it. It's delayed a little bit for you. Yeah, but there's contenders there.
Yeah, talking. Yeah, but you know what? Now, have y'all talked about things like your boy struggling with the Nets, man? It's like he can't even hit a basket.
Yeah, we talked about that.
I don't know what's going on with him.
Ben Simmons is bad. He's scared of the basketball rim. He's scared of the hoop.
Yeah, it's real. It's psychological. You can see how psychologically this is affecting him.
Yeah.
Right? Because nobody. I don't care. It's nobody that plays ball, just in general. You're going to have an off game, whatever, you get hurt, but you're going to come back and try to play.
Yeah.
Right?
You're going to try to go harder.
Like, I'm afraid to shoot and stuff. There's like something else.
It don't even look like he's trying. It don't look like he's trying.
It don't look like he's trying at all. He's the real life scared to go in front of the rim. He does not want to look at the basket.
Yeah, I don't. You know, people say that. It kind of looked like that air ball he threw it for that right hand hook layup something. But I just think there's something big is wrong with him, man. Cause you play ball, man, like for life. If you've been playing ball all your life, you just get on the court and play. If you have a bad game, you have a bad game.
Yeah.
Why are you worried about?
At this point, it's mental. It's mental.
It can be
saying.
mental
Like,
if he's on the court.
About playing.
It
Right?
can't
You
be
used
mental.
to playing around a lot of people. If you have a bad game, you have a bad game.
It's
Right?
it's confidence as well. He's not confident in himself anymore. He don't got that fight in him. He don't. I mean, he never really had that fight in him. Yeah.
So Ken, did you watch something last night for Mavs and Nets?
I saw a little bit of it, but it's still. I mean, he can still play D, but it's like I don't know. It feels like he's hypnotized or
So
something.
wait, that's the thing. Even on defense, he don't look like that elite defender he was back on Philly. He don't look like that at all either.
He plays the defense, but it's not like he's the same person.
He don't even
not.
move. He don't even move as quick on defense.
2 games within the first 3
But
games.
I don't know how he's gonna get out of that.
And
You know what I'm
once
saying? Because even you go to the gym, you go shoot around, you go practice, you work on your shots, you play against people, and then you go to the court and play. I don't get it. This is something that's weird. I've been watching ball a long time. I've never seen, like, you got somebody like Westbrook that he's on a decline, right? But he's still playing. He's still hustling. He's still doing what he can do.
yup,
I wouldn't say Westbrook's on decline though.
he definitely declined. Don't say that.
You think he
definitely
declined?
He's on.
declined.
Yes,
He
he's on.
declined.
I don't think he did. I think he just can't play with Braun and AD.
Nah,
That's what it is.
He played with.
you can put him in a better situation.
No problem. Just no AD.
Russell Westbrook needs his own team. He needs to be just him. That's
I mean,
There's no team that's where it's gonna be just him.
it'll mask what he does because even if you look at the other teams he was with, he would shoot tremendous amount of balls. He would go to the basket a lot,
Yeah.
but he would, it wouldn't turn out to anything. But
Look
he's
how
still a triple threat.
the Lakers are using him as a spotter. When he went over 11 that game, he took 6 threes. There's nothing wrong with taking 6 threes, but why is Russell Westbrook taking 6 threes, bro? Why?
Why is he shooting threes?
11 appropriate shots and
Nah,
tries and
he
half
could take
threes.
threes.
That's not your game. Your game is going downhill. The pick and roll, getting to the basket, getting to the line. That's your game. He has not been doing that. And it's due to the fact he's playing with LeBron James, and that's how the Lakers are trying to use him. No, that's not what he is.
Of course, he'll be more effective. He'll be more of effective on another team, like without a ball dominant player such as LeBron. But I don't think it will be that much better as it was He probably be worse than last year, and he averaged decent numbers last year. He probably averaged about like
He
16.
averaged decent numbers last year. He averaged like at least 17.
He averaged like 19, 8, and 8. This, I think, on another team, he'll probably average about like 15, 8, and 8. He's just not
Well,
the
because
same.
everything would go through him, though. That's why.
Yeah, that's the difference. That's what he needs. He needs to be the number one option.
But what team is that gonna be on? There's no team like that.
I mean,
The media is.
you can trade them to Utah. You can trade them to them. I was gonna say the Magic, but they already got their guards already settled.
Every team
The
has guards.
Spurs.
Nobody's going to take a guard that can't shoot these days.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
I mean, but wait,
Because the
the
game
got
is
a
all
guard
about
who's
shooting.
not a big shooter in Darian Fox though.
But he improved on his jump shot a lot, and you see it this
But
year.
he can shoot to some extent.
Exactly, and at least hit a mid range. Russ can't even hit the mid range even more, and that's sad because that was one of his best things about his game.
His bread and butter, right?
Yeah, that was
Now
one
he
of
can
his
hit the
best
mid-range.
parts of his game. Is it like? Do you think it may be possible that we could see Russ out the league in maybe 2 years?
You think Russ out the league in 2 years?
I'm asking. Do y'all think it's possible that he could be out the league in about 2 years?
Come on, bro.
It is possible.
I think it's possible.
That's a hot take, bro.
Here's the thing. It may be up to him. Because remember, this year he getting $47 million.
Yeah.
Right? After this year, nobody's gonna pay him that kind of money.
Mhm.
It's all right.
And it's gonna be up to him if he really want to play. Right? Because nobody's gonna pay him
but if
that
nobody's
money.
gonna take him, then if nobody's gonna take him, then what's the point of him playing?
Yeah, and he's gonna Russell Westbrook. I know Russell Westbrook still feels like he's somewhat of a player that needs high echelon of money. 25 mil at least, probably. He's gonna want a lot of money regardless. I don't know if Russ will be in the league as long, and then there's still guards coming in the league that's still good. He's not needed as much on a roster, and he can't shoot the ball at the end of the day. Not even the mid range. That's gonna hurt teams a lot. If you want to take, you could probably take Russ.
Put him on the Kings. Get Darian Fox to another team other than the Lakers. Put him on the Kings.
Keegan Murray is supposed to flourish. If he
I mean,
goes
you
there,
could put him with the Spurs, but the Spurs, why would the Spurs take him if they trying to go get Victor?
I mean, that would help them get Victor.
I don't think Pop would even tolerate Russ anyway.
He wouldn't.
I think Pop would tolerate Russ.
I don't even think Russ would want to play.
Well, Pop controls everyone, though. Everyone. Look how DeJounte got traded.
Everybody
He
done.
acted like the him.
Look,
Pop, you're not allowed to do that.
we said this about LeBron. LeBron doesn't tolerate that type of stuff, and look at what's happening with LeBron. It's Russ. Russ does what he does.
About getting the scoring.
Russ does what he does.
Number one is scoring right now. That's all he cares
You
about.
can't stop Russ from doing what Russ
It's
want to
clear
do.
that's all he cares about.
Russ is gonna. He's a knucklehead. Everybody know Russ is a knucklehead. He's gonna do what he does, no matter what anybody tell him, and nobody could tell him none. Cause he was that guy. He still think he's that guy. So he's gonna.
The only reason why teams won't pick him up because they can't pay that salary. Because even those who want to feel like they want to tank, they could bring him on, right? But I think the Lakers want to keep him but see, they can't even get the pick next year because they don't have a pick.
That's why they want to keep him, because what are they really gonna trade him for? Probably for someone for 2 years. What is that gonna do? We want to get rid of. We need to get rid of Russell Westbrook contract by like if we have him on by the end of the season, we get rid of that contract. We got another year of LeBron and AD. Put a bunch of stars around them next year. There's no point in trading him.
Give it by between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Russell Westbrook will be traded.
Maybe.
To the Pacers.
Yeah,
Maybe.
more than likely.
He's going to the Pacers.
Maybe.
They should have took
The Pacers can't afford that.
They should have
Pacers-
took Buddy Hield and Miles Turner.
I think
I think the best fit is Utah or Charlotte, because then if you trade with Utah, you get back Mike Conley, and you get back Jordan Clarkson. That's another point guard and another shooter.
Who
And
knows if
scorer
they
you just
really
added.
do that?
If you trade with the Pacers, you get just a defender, a shooter, and another shooter. They still need a new point guard because Kendrick Nunn doesn't look that good. Dennis Schroeder hasn't played. Pat Beverly, I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's
Because the
bad.
Lakers look like he can't play basketball.
The shining brights.
Why they even got Peg? Why they got Bev? Like, what was the
They
point?
got Pat Bev for the purpose of to help them on the defensive side of the ball, which
he
it
was-
has. The Lakers have been playing good defense this year. I
He
can
was
say
the
that.
worst
They're playing
defensive
defense,
team
so
last
it's
year.
not like-
So
Haven't?
Pat Bev shooting 3-pointers is just like Russell Westbrook shooting 3-pointers.
I mean, I would take Pat Bev because he's gonna be wide open 90% of the time. Nobody gonna
But
guard up.
He's not. Yo, all of them are wide open. They can't hit.
yes.
Yeah, we're terrible.
Don't matter what to do at this point.
They-
They can't hit open. They
can't-
can't
you
get
know-
tested.
I don't
That's
even
what
want
I'm
to
saying.
talk about the Lakers
even
no
if they play
more.
good D, and then AD is going to be in for half the season because soon he's going.
Yeah, that he looks
That's it.
bad.
LeBron's going to be the only one that's left.
And he probably might
Exactly.
he probably gonna get hurt too. Because LeBron
Nah,
is
not
old.
LeBron.
LeBron is
LeBron's
old.
got to be the Iron Man.
LeBron's gonna fake injuries.
He's old. He's not as durable as he was
LeBron's
before.
gonna fake injuries like he was
His
doing
first
last
year
year.
I
in LA. First year in LA.
we ain't yo send
He
me.
should have played in that playing game last year. He knew what he was doing. He did not want to play. He faked the injury.
Nah, it's
Because
not
any
even.
basketball
It's not
player
faking the injury,
We'll
bro.
tell you they're going to play in that game regardless.
He didn't want to play.
Once LeBron breaks Kareem's record, he's going to just chill.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's just going to chill because he doesn't.
There's
He doesn't.
literally nothing else for him to do.
Yeah, he want to shut everybody up. He want to be the goat. He want to make his real case for the goat.
No. He can't ever do that.
Why?
No matter what he.
Why?
Why not?
Wait. hold on.
Never.
Why not?
No.
Why we keep going back to this?
Why can't
No,
he be the
no,
goat?
Why?
No.
Why?
No. That's not even a conversation.
That is a conversation.
But because he played in the league
Why?
20 years,
Not just.
longevity-
It's not about the
longevity
20 years.
doesn't make you the GOAT. Your success makes you the GOAT.
Yeah. All right. And what about his success? He has a lot of success.
He does have a lot of success.
Yeah, he has somewhat. He has some, but he's not the GOAT.
He can. Why can't he be the goat though?
Dude, there's only one GOAT. There's only one. It can only be the greatest of all time. Only one.
I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with that.
I mean, you know what?
agree with Jordan being the GOAT. Like you're talking about. I don't agree with that.
Look at what LeBron does on the floor.
So tell me,
What?
Can LeBron's championships compare to Jordan's?
Yes.
His final runs, yes. That 3-1 championship,
How many finals has he been to?
he has been to 10.
LeBron.
No. How many finals has your boy LeBron been to?
10.
10, 11.
10.
10. Right?
About
10.
10.
Come on.
10.
Come on.
10.
You gotta go
How many
12.
has he won? Hold on. How many has he won?
What does that mean?
He has won
How many has he won?
Alright.
Only one.
Alright, you gotta use context. You gotta use context when you say
I'm
that
just
though.
saying, you always want to talk about LeBron. Let's just make it real simple.
Alright, but
He's been to 10 championships. 10 of them. How many has he won?
can you put some context? Can you put some context on that? You gotta put context on them 4 championships. You gotta look about them context.
How many championships? Hold on. How many championships has Jordan been to?
6.
6.
How many has he won?
6.
He got 6.
Is that the only debate you have?
1,000%. There's no losses in there.
That don't mean nothing.
The 2 years he was out of the league, who won those 2 chips?
I don't care about that. That's irrelevant.
We
That's
don't
irrelevant.
we don't have to talk about that.
We're talking about straight championships.
All right, we talking about the
How many
championships,
championships has he been
but
to?
so why haven't
Oh, who played in those championships? He played the Utah Utah Jazz what? Twice? Come on, bro. What is the Utah Jazz gonna do against outside of Curry?
All right, don't disrespect the Jazz.
Hold on.
Don't disrespect the
I don't have
Jazz.
enough power on my phone. We could take this conversation in terms of competitiveness, in terms of generation. Because right now, without the 3-point shot, your generation would not compete.
Yes, they would.
Without the 3-point shot, right? You guys absolutely, hold on. Yeah, absolutely must have your, what is it called? What is it? What do you call the measurement of probability? Forgot what it's called. When you,
all right, so watch it. So
I'm just saying the 3-point shot, period. It's like your boy Curry.
It's not about it. All right, you could talk about the 3-point shot, but you got to talk about the rules.
Inside the 90s, you know who'll go inside the 90s and go in there and dominate and probably be a top 5 player?
Never. Your generation players?
Yes.
I got a name.
Hey,
I got a few names. I have a few
Hold on.
Come on, I'm going Giannis.
Hold on.
We don't have to talk about the errors.
Hold on. I will take Giannis. I would say yes. He would be able to compete.
What about John Morant?
I give you 3 players that would be able to compete. Giannis, LeBron, right? He'll be able to compete, and maybe I'm trying to think of a guard.
John Morant will thrive.
Steph Curry.
Steph
Curry. Nobody is holding Steph Curry.
No, he would not.
Why not? Why not?
He would not even have the balls to go in the middle the way he plays now.
He is one of the best finishing point guards of all time.
As a matter of fact, him ever trying to go in the middle like that, his little skinny butt would be on the ground. Never to try that.
And he would get right back up and get a bucket.
But guess what though? He's gonna be on the ground. He's gonna get up. The very next play,
and get a bucket.
Is going to dunk on him. That's how it's going to be. John Morant is never. And once he does that, he's gonna tell you what he did. He would
never, ever be able to go through the middle like that in our generation.
Yes, they will. There's a bunch of guys in the NBA. We don't even have to go back to the 90s, but there's a bunch of guys in the NBA that can do it.
I think Joe.
Why not? Why not?
He's on the ground more than playing ball.
He can do that. He could do that because he's trying to bait the fouls.
Since we're also thinking about the 90s rules, it's a legal defense. So that middle is open.
And check this out. Let's bring it to reality. Number 1, you couldn't play zone defense back then.
Yeah,
you had to play straight up man.
Exactly.
Yeah, straight up. Right? Okay, hold on. Then there was no such thing as a flagrant 1, a flagrant 2, a flagrant 3, or if I hit his face, or if I hit his back, I get all these different fouls. Are you kidding me? Replays? Are you kidding me? Come on, man.
Cause y'all was doing too much, and I don't think they was that physical. They was not that bad.
But that's the thing though. Since you want to talk about they playing man to man, if you're playing man to man, tell me outside of the Gary Paytons, Isaiah Thomas, who's guarding someone like
Gary was getting killed too.
Curry, who can shoot the ball, and on top of that, don't forget Curry is very fast.
He's an amazing finisher too.
They are very fast. They are very strong, and the way they shoot the ball, even though there's not the 3-point line wasn't big back then, don't forget there was very good 3-point shooters back then, like the Jeff Horner side, the Allen Houston,
Dan Marley.
Damian Lillard, Luka, who can shoot the ball just like them, but way better. And they do it coming off the dribble. They do it coming off the screen. They do it at a better fashion. How are you going to stop that? You can't. You can't stop that.
Yes, you could. First,
you can't.
generation, I got nothing for you, man. I got nothing for you. It's soft. Like, even somebody like I'll give you a play like John Starks. Starks would shut down anybody you guys.
Oh, hell no. He's getting 50 points on him every trip by Steph Curry, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum. Even Jaylen Brown is giving him 50.
It's only because of the 3-point shot.
They don't need the 3-point shot. They don't need the 3-point shot. They got the mid-range game. They could score in the paint over tough contested shots.
Starks and stop with Luka Doncic.
Luka Doncic is putting him in a blender.
Different position.
No, it's not.
No, hold on.
Luka's the one.
Actually, you know what? I can give you Luka. Luka can handle the old school, but he'll still be soft. He'll still be soft. He wouldn't make those.
He's not soft. If you see how Luka plays in the EuroLeague, he plays nothing how he plays in the NBA.
He gave us Luka, but what about Kyrie Irving?
Kyrie is gonna make them look like he gonna perform magic on them.
I'm giving you an example of an average generational back then. I didn't even give you the premier guards.
All right,
that
since
could shut
we can talk about average, we can talk about average. Let's see who I could put up.
Average players?
Yeah.
An average player. If you want to talk about it, there's a bunch of average players you could talk about.
Yes.
Even Kevin Love at this age could play in that era.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of players that could play in that era. You don't have to necessarily be good.
Since you want to put that, what about DeJounte Murray? You don't think he could thrive in the 90s the way y'all played? He's not a big 3-point shooter. He's like a version of Gary Payton.
You gotta remember, the NBA got 3 seconds in the paint, so that's why a lot of players don't drive nowadays. And then you always got a bunch of people in the paint a lot of times helping.
3 seconds is always that's always been.
It's always been there, but y'all had man-to-man defense. They got a bunch of people helping on the drive. But you got with players today, you got a bunch of people helping on the drive.
And that's another thing. You think y'all ever played so much defense, but y'all was also one of the highest scoring ever. How is there defense to that if y'all scoring 100-something points a game in the 90s? How?
Because people got fouled. There's a lot more fouling.
All right, and there's a lot more fouling. And think about the players that know how to draw fouls now. You don't think in the 90s they're gonna get
because drawing fouls is a skill.
Right,
drawing fouls is a skill.
Let me give you an example of how the rule change affects this generation and prior. Look at your boy Harden.
What about
every time he went to the basket the last couple of years before they made the rule change, he would be at the line all the time, right?
That's a fact.
But now when he can get bodied up, he's not going to the line now. That's a direct correlation between the old generation and the new generation.
Don't act like Jordan didn't bait people into fouling him too.
That Harden is a scorer. He's already. If you want to ask any other basketball fan in any era, and you talk about James Harden is talked about as the top 5 scorers in league history. Like in terms of like ISOing. If y'all playing man here and James Harden's ISOing you on an island, James Harden is going to score. That's a 30-point game right there. You can't stop that.
That's a 50-point game right there.
You can't stop that.
How does he score his points?
Off of ISOs.
He goes in the paint and shoots
3-point shot.
He scores in the paint too.
No more because he can't get those fouls anymore.
He scores in the prime James Harden scores in the paint.
I'm comparing the current versus the years ago. How many times was he going to the line before?
Current
going to the line now.
Prime James Harden was able to dunk on.
Attempts.
Not last year. No way. The year before, when before the rule changed.
You want to be definitely in the top 5 or top 10 in free throw attempts last year. Both of them. They get to the line regardless.
Check your stats.
Man, Harden would have had a field day back then. A lot of guys would have field days.
I'm definitely going to come back. We're going to talk more. We're going to have an agenda. We're going to have an agenda the next time, and we're going to talk straight up. Have your stats.
All right.
Have your stats.
We're going to have this
We can
argument.
do that.
We're going to have this
All right.
argument.
We can do that.
All right? Because a lot of times we talk out of emotion, but the stats don't lie. Well,
Stats
they
don't
kinda
lie.
do a little bit.
I don't lie.
But
You're right.
and the bottom line is, again, you guys know who the GOAT is. Don't be in denial.
Oh my
Be
God.
realistic.
Oh my God.
As a matter of fact, go take back your sneakers. Because your boy, the GOAT, can't even sell
But
those
who-
sneakers.
But
My
who
GOAT
hoops
can
in
sell.
basketball shoes more though? In Kobe's, LeBron's, KD's, there
Listen,
are better basketball shoes
Who is the GOAT of
for
all time
fashion.
for sneakers?
So he's a fashion artist. He's a fashion designer now.
Can you get a pair of LeBrons? Can you get a pair of LeBrons for the price you pay for Jordan?
Yes, you can. You could get some,
Yes.
you could
Yes.
get the South
Yes.
Beaches for
Yes.
about $800,
Yes.
$700. The South
They're
Beaches
crazy.
go for a lot of money.
How about this? On average,
All right, you could say on average Jordan sells a lot more, or pays a lot more for his shoes. But we're not talking about fashion because on the court, who basketball shoes are played more
I'm
in?
just giving you a demonstration. Just another part of the demonstration.
Another part of the demonstration, he left. Just saying,
He
man.
left to because he was about to lose to Hakeem.
We're not gonna get into that, man. He got it.
Yeah, he got it.
I mean,
By the way, Miles Turner, this is an update on the Wizards game, man. This is a very good game that's going on. Miles Turner got 14 points. Glad to see him back. And they're actually up right now against the Wizards.
Celtics is
they're up
killing.
18 right now
Celtics is
in the second
killing.
quarter with 2:20 left. Just
But-
saying, Miles Turner, Mike, I told you that impact was gonna make a difference on them.
That's not gonna do
Defensively.
nothing, bro. Beat it. Let's
Why the
get
Wizards doing so hard?
into. Let's talk about MVPs though.
First game back, 14 points. That's good, you know.
Ain't nobody worried about that. He gonna do what he do. It's the Pacers. They're gonna be selling. They're gonna be Victor Wembanyama team. Ain't nobody care about the Pacers.
Everybody
And he probably gonna get traded soon. Let's talk about who y'all think early MVPs. It's not. It don't have to be MVPs for later on in the season. Just as of right now, how they playing right now. Let's talk about it. Top 5 MVPs. We could do this collectively, or we could talk about our personal top 5 MVPs. How would y'all like to do it?
You want to rank them in order, or we just gonna put the top
we
5?
ranking them in order. Or we just putting them there.
We can rank
I think it's
them.
gonna be too hard to rank them in order.
It's gonna be hard to rank them in order. Yeah, let's just put a top 5. But you have to put at least who you think number 1 is as of right now.
Who I think is number 1 as of right now to me.
Start from 5 to go from 5 to 1. You said who?
From 5 to 1. I said my 1 was Giannis, but you said from 5 to 1. I can't start from 5 because I don't know who's at the bottom.
I'll go ahead.
Now you can go. You can go.
I'll go ahead. From 5, I think I'll go ahead. And put D-Book. D-Book has been playing amazing this year.
I agree.
He's
That
been
was-
putting
that was
monster
my number
numbers.
1.
That was your number 5? Yeah, D-Book.
Number one.
Oh, yeah, D-Book number 1? I think I didn't expect that because you be hating on him. You be hating on
Giannis
him.
is looking good, but Giannis is doing what Giannis usually does, you know. And at the end of the day, look who they've been playing. It's been like, you know, Giannis hasn't been going crazy.
They
I mean,
played
they
3
played very
good
good
teams.
They played very good teams, you know, the Nets, the
Philly.
Celtics, you know. But it hasn't, you know, Giannis has outside of that one game, Giannis hasn't been like going crazy, you know. Giannis like he seems to be like more relaxed, more chilling, you know.
It looks like just because it looks like that don't mean that's what's going on. Because like I said, even when he's relaxing, he looks like the best player in the league. He's averaging 36 and 13 on 58% shooting, I think, and 40% from 3. How is that regular Giannis? That is not regular Giannis.
That's not right.
That is not regular
think so.
Giannis. He's averaging
That's
36
absurd.
and 13 rebounds with about 5-6 assists, I think. Let me go ahead and redouble. Yes, he's averaging 36 on 67% shooting, matter of fact. That's Giannis. We know he's going to do that. 40% from three, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists with 2 blocks. That is not average for Giannis. We know what Giannis does, but that's not average. That I think I think you're tweaking with that one, but I'm gonna go ahead. My number 4. I'm gonna go ahead and say Ja. I'm gonna go ahead and say Ja. Ja has been putting on a show every night as he should, as he always does. He puts on straight highlight reels. He still needs to work on that defense, but we don't need to talk about that because he has a good team to back that up with him. And when he's on that court, he can't stop. Nobody could stop him. He's a monster. Ja's doing his thing. Number three. I'm gonna have. I don't. I'm in between Dame. I think I want to put Dame, but I kind of want to put JT. I'm gonna go ahead and say Dame, especially with the redemption season that he's having. About a lot of people talking a lot of shit about him, not believing that he'll be back to the same way he was, especially how he started off last season. I like how Dame has been playing, and he's been putting that team on his back. Without Dame, a lot of those games, they most likely lose those games. And you've seen how when he got hurt, how it really affected them in that Miami loss. So I have him my 3. For number 2, I got Luka. We knew that was coming. Luka is playing amazing. He's averaging damn near the same numbers as Giannis. He's averaging 36. I think 8 rebounds, 9 assists, and he's shooting good from the field. He's not hitting his threes right now, but we know that soon eventually fall. And one, like I said, we know what Giannis gonna do. Giannis my number 1. He's putting the monster stats.
Mine's is D-Book 1, Giannis 4, Dame 3, Luka 4, and I'm debating Jason Tatum or Ja 5. They both look good, you know. They both doing what they got to do for their teams. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to say Ja, but I don't know, you know.
That's valid.
It's 51-49 for me, Ja. That's the 5 for me right there.
I think got a 5.
That
5 is gonna be LeBron for me. Like, I know this team looks bad, but LeBron is still producing at a high level here. He's 5.
The only for Lakers, LeBron, you know, but I mean, he can't hit a shot either.
I'm sorry, but
right now.
I'm a Lakers fan, and the stats that he's putting up is not effective. One, and a lot of it sometimes be empty stats. If you don't realize, it be empty stats sometimes.
It is empty stats.
So I feel like even though those are good numbers, it don't mean as much to me. But keep on going.
That's right. We're back in New York.
Keep going.
Number 4 is Tatum. I like how Tatum's playing this year. 4 is definitely Tatum. Dame. 3 is definitely Dame. That motherfucker need a comeback season. He's proven he had that comeback season.
Revenge season.
If he did not have that comeback season, I'd have looked at you right there. I'd have looked at you.
I knew he was gonna do this.
Comeback
season. 4-0 start. The 4-0 start was unexpected, but personally, Dame himself, I knew he was gonna do this. I knew it.
2 is obviously Luka. Yeah, Giannis is obviously number 1. Them 2 is.
Yeah, them 2.
You left Ja out your top 5.
And D-Book. But somebody gotta get left off, because
somebody gotta get left off. 2 people had to get left off, because honestly, those 7 guys are the best. And if I had to add 3 other people at number 8,
I was just about to
say. I might
say.
get backlash for this, and I don't like this guy, but I can admit he's very good. Pascal Siakam looks good.
I was just about to say that.
He looks good. The Raptors are winning. He looks good. What can you say? You know, averaging over 20 a game, 7 rebounds a game, over 4 and plus assists. He looks good.
I'm not gonna lie.
What can you say? You know, he already had what? A triple-double within the first 3 games, and he almost had 3 of them in the first 3. You know he looks good.
People
He's
gotta
number
stop
8 for
saying
me.
he don't got a bag. People gotta finally stop saying that. Oh, he got. Even though that is still his main move to go to, but Pascal got a lot of moves in his bag. He got more than
Number
just that
9
spin
for
move.
me would have been Harden because he looks good, but it sucks that their team is just losing. And number 10, I would have to say KD. I like what KD's doing, but it's just not resulting into wins. That's the only issue.
KD,
But those
KD.
that'll be my 10 right
Yeah,
there.
for my honorable mentions, I like you said, I was talking about Pascal. I was thinking he's really having a good year this year. James Harden too. I was gonna say him as well. Even though AD ain't going crazy or none, his impact does show on the Lakers when he's on the floor. I don't have him at 8 or nothing, but I'm just mentioning him. Kevin Durant, obviously, he's putting up numbers. That's all I really got to mention. Ain't nobody else to mention.
A personal hot take out of me, honestly, I like how he's playing this year for the Cavs.
We did forget.
It's a hot take. But
It's not.
He's like, if he's down there, he's at least like 8, maybe 9, but high. But you gotta appreciate what he's doing for that team, even without all of their players healthy.
Yeah.
You gotta appreciate what he's doing. He's averaging 30.
Team. Scoring production is part of the reason why they are winning. Although defense is another thing, but being honest, it's not transitioning right now because I think we fucking losing right now.
Yeah, it might be, but it don't matter because don't act like Donovan's not stepping up on defense though. You see that he's making effort and he's playing a lot better defense than before. He's not still a good defender, but he's doing more of an effort. He's playing better defense. He's definitely playing better defense. That's that. I fuck with the MVPs though. This season been real fun. There's a lot of guys that I think could keep it up at this rate too. Obviously, not some numbers gonna drop a little bit, just a tiny bit. But I could still see a lot of these guys putting up the same numbers that they're putting up around this time when it comes to later in the season.
I do got another honorable mention. Laurie fucking marketing. That nigga, I don't know what it was since he got to Utah, but he just got a fucking battery.
Laurie is crazy. Stop it. I don't care if they're playing that good.
I've seen what Laurie did since he been to Utah.
So what? Don't act like he's out here averaging 30 or something. He averaging like 20, 22.
I didn't say he was averaging 30, but you can't deny what he's been doing since he got to Utah.
He's definitely been the best player.
Playing like a scrub. He's playing like how he should have played in Chicago if he would have stayed.
Yeah, he's playing good. Laurie is tough.
He want to beat it.
He's their best player right now, and I like Jared Vanderbilt at the 5. He may be small, but he's doing a good ass job stopping people from getting rebounds, boxing them out, playing defense on bigger defenders, bigger players than him. He is doing a great job. I ain't gonna lie, I like him.
For a person who's undersized, too, I think he's like what 6'8".
Yeah, he's like 6'8", 6'9", and he's doing a good job at that position.
He's 6'9", 214. He's undersized on both height and weight. He's doing a good job defending.
Yeah, he's doing a good ass job. But I would say let's talk about some more awards. Matter of fact, we can talk about some more awards. Rookie of the year right now.
Special award, 6 man of the year.
6 man of the year. I think that's clear. That's clearly him. There's no more Tyler. There's no more Tyler to worry about.
Nobody else really.
Hold on. You might have to worry about Benedict. Has he been? Did he start today too? Because I know he started the last game.
No, he did not.
He never started.
Oh, he never started. I thought he started at.
He could be 6 man of the year.
I was just about to say he can be 6 man and a potential rookie of the year. Even though, not gonna lie, Paulo is probably winning that shit regardless. But he's gonna be up there.
If it's not Paulo, Benedict is my second.
Yeah.
At this point, he's doing some shit.
He is Paulo. When Paulo's on the floor though, ain't nobody fucking with him. He's definitely, even at his age, you could tell he's the best player on the floor. Even with not the best player on the floor, but you could tell he's at one of the best player on the floor. I got the best player potential, even with the top guys on the floor with him. you could see that he's really a monster. He's probably gonna win Rookie of the Year, but Benedict will be my second.
He was built for this league. He was bred for this league. I have no reason to believe he won't win. I have no reason to think he won't.
I'm not gonna lie, I did doubt about him too. I wasn't, cause I wasn't really too in tune with the draft class this year, but I wasn't really, I didn't believe in him as much. I believed in Jabari more than him, Jabari Smith more than him.
I told you Jabari was gonna be mid to start the season.
But Jabari, he is good, but he don't look like some crazy potential talent to me. He does look like a a good average player.
Jabari is a top 10 player and one of the worst plus or minus minutes along with Jalen Green. Well, yeah, that guy's
I mean, he's on one of them.
Them two was arguing on the floor. That's what make it worse.
Yeah, because they're both high picks.
They can't get along. That's what it is.
They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it together.
They fight to put their dominance on the team. You know.
Yeah, Jalen Green got that though. Jalen Green is him. I don't care. Jabari shouldn't be taking shots from him.
Jabari feels like he's him. I mean, he already feel the type of way that he didn't get picked number one.
He is. I'm not saying that he can't get shots up, but Jalen Green gotta be the number one option. That boy is a buck. Nobody can stop that man besides himself. He just take wild shots and he just do wild shit sometimes, but he also takes a lot of good shots, and you can see that he's a good tough bucket maker and he's fast on his feet. He got a good handle. You can't stop him when he's going to the rim because he's athletic and he got finesse at the rim. And you can't take that away from Jalen. He's a lot better than him. He got to get the number one option shots on the team. DPOY though. DPOY. I don't care. I'm standing on this. I'm saying AD.
DPOY, it looks like it could be AD. Honestly, it could be.
He's putting up. I think he's getting 2 steals a game and like 2.5 blocks, and his impact is also showing on the floor too.
Yes. AD defensively is looking very good. This is the AD I expect.
Am I wild for saying KD might be?
You can't hit a fucking shot.
Yeah, he can't. He's blowing mine.
How you work out with lethal shooter and still can't hit a shot, bro?
He hasn't worked out with him in a long time. He got to go back. He need to go back to work out. No, he did. He worked out with him this summer. He's doing bad. He worked out with him this summer. He gotta work on that jump shot some more.
That's not even an excuse anymore.
Shout out to lethal shooter, man, but he's making you look bad right now, bro.
He's not making him look bad because look at everybody else that go to him. Look at what Grant Williams doing. His shit money. He got Bobby Portis shit money. Not gonna lie, he got it. He got any shooter right. I don't know what's wrong with AD right now, but he got any shooter right.
Another DPOY candidate, Evan Mobley.
Yeah, of course.
Evan Mobley, he looked good.
He was up there. He would have been up there last year if he never got hurt. I expect him to be up there again.
But offensively, he looks the same.
I mean, what did you expect?
Just like Scotty Barnes. Like, I feel like they both look the same. They both look the same as last year. It didn't look like they improved on anything last year. They look like the same player.
I kind of didn't expect them to get really that much. Of course, you would expect them to get better on the offense and like smarter and stuff. But I didn't really expect them to take a big scoring leap. I just expect them to take that leap as an impactful player. Because they never really been like scorers.
Well,
they're looked at as defenders.
You saw what they did. They was already impactful.
Exactly.
You could tell by the way that they are. That's the type of player they are. They're always going to impact in some type of way. That's never going to change. But them as a player, there's some areas they need to improve on.
I mean, Evan Mobley is getting better. Like, he's already been a good defender, but he's good on defense. He's getting better. He's slightly getting better at rebound. That's what he do need to really work on. I don't think we should focus on his offensive game because I don't see him being a very crazy scorer.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a calm scorer.
His offense is gonna come, but he needs to be better rebounding.
Yeah,
I think
he needs to be a better rebounder. And with
Scotty,
I think he could also be up there for DPOY as well, but he needs to become a better ball handler and and be able to create some type of shot at least. I feel like he cannot create no type of shot. His passing is okay, but it's kind of hard when the way he dribbles. It's kind of hard for him to get to the paint sometimes. But he is a big body.
He creates his own shots in the post. Like,
Yeah,
I
in a
was watching
post,
the game
he's good in a
yesterday.
post.
He creates his own shots in the post rather than like like face up.
Yeah. He's a good transition player though. He's a good transition player. He hits bullshit shots. He can't shoot, but he hit bullshit shots. But Scotty, I don't expect him to be a crazy bucket either. I just feel like he's gonna be one of them impactful players on both sides of the ball where he don't have to always score the ball. He could get a calm 17, 18 and get the job done like how it's always been doing. But he's gonna be. I think he probably gonna be up there for DPOY too. Maybe. I might be crazy for saying this, but KD might. I'm not saying he's gonna be top 5, but he might be top 10 in DPOY votes at the start of the season. Look how KD has been playing defense. KD out here has been playing some crazy defense. Not just on the perimeter. His defense on perimeter is showing a lot. But look how he's even protecting the rim at times. He's getting some crazy blocks, meeting people at the rim. He met him at the rim. He blocked his shot. He tried it. People been trying it, and KD's not with that.
I saw him rise up. KD was not with it.
Yup, and KD's averaging, I think, almost 2 steals and 2 blocks as well, just like AD. I think he may possibly get, like, because nobody really look at him as a defender, he may just get, like, a top 10 vote to be at that 10 spot or tied for, like, 10 maybe. Just, it might be a little hot take for me, but I see the effort that he's putting in and what he's doing.
All right, for sure.
All right. But, that's all the time we got right now. We got to end it,
Yeah. This was a good episode. Even though we're missing a fellow host over here, Dre. And we was good to have. We had some good talks. We had Ken come on the show. He's gonna come back next week as well. Hopefully, Karan able to make it another guest that we'll be having. This was some good talks. Talking about the first episode. I mean, first opening week of basketball.
Yeah.
How excited everybody is about hoops. There's a lot going on.
We got more basketball to watch. Fellas. Anything
Let's see if teams step it up, or if they just knock them. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see what goes on further on the season. We'll be back with another episode soon. So for now, we see y'all in the next one.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He was talking reckless. There was nobody stopping Jordan, bro. Like, who the fuck was stopping Jordan back in the 90s?
Yeah.
He had no
You know how the old heads are. The old heads are gonna talk about Jordan like he's the god, like he's the greatest to ever do everything, like he's the greatest passer, greatest defender, greatest at everything. He is. You can say that he is the greatest scorer. I don't think personally, but he is in my top 3. I don't think he's personally a great scorer, but I see where you can get that because it's Michael Jordan. Nobody can stop that man anywhere on the court.
For 2 years.
But
I'm checking.
they just think he's the god at everything. LeBron, whether you think LeBron is the GOAT or not, you gotta admit he has a case no matter what. And a lot of people can't face the fact that he is at that point in his career. And I think he's been at that point in his career for a lot of years now.
He did everything necessary to have a good Hall of Fame career.
And he exceeded expectations.
He's about to be a leading scorer in points. He's about to be like top 10 in assists or like top 5 in assists.
Yo.
Aces is fucking
and then it's like he exceeded expectations as well too. Jordan came in, like we know he did his thing in college. He was a big thing in college. LeBron was getting the big lights from high school. He grew up not having, like, in a bad neighborhood, not having nothing. And then once he entered high school, a lot of doubters. Everybody was hating on him automatically.
He's too young.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna take over the league.
Already panning him out to be this amazing player, like already pinned him out to be a top player in the league, and he exceeded it by a miles. Everybody expect him to be a top player, like top 10 player probably, even at that age, but he exceeded it by a mile. Nobody expected him to be this good. LeBron is him.
He already gonna leave. He's already gonna leave his mark on the league. What did Jordan do besides win 6 rings? He ain't leave his mark on the league.
Nah, he left his mark on the league.
3,000 points in his career.
If Jordan played 20 years, he would have. If Jordan played 20 years, I'm not gonna lie, he would have.
But that's the thing, though. People want to talk about the years and all. Like, we get it. We know LeBron played for that many years. Come on. At the end of the day, not even Jordan himself averaged 25 plus
in his late 30s at that.
Yeah, like that's hard. And people could say what they want. Oh, look at LeBron now. Look at Jordan when he was at the end of his career. Look at Kobe.
Everybody, a lot of people at the end of their careers don't win.
And then if you want to talk about LeBron's record, at the end of the day, you still got to mention the competition. You know.
Yeah. That's why I said you gotta put some. Next time Ken on the show, we gonna talk some more on it, cause he gotta put some context on them finals appearances. Don't act like we all know what went on in them LeBron finals appearances. Why he lost a lot of them finals. It's not really his fault. If you're the guy carrying, putting the whole team on his back, and really got help, what more can you do? We saw the amazing stat lines that he put up. You see it to this day. Like, he was putting up 38 and almost a triple double. You can't deny what he was doing. You can't get mad at that. If Jordan did that and lost, they would still not be saying nothing. I just think they want to hate on LeBron. They just want to hate on LeBron. But I can say Jordan never had a bad playoff series though. He's him. I don't think like anything's wrong with having Jordan as your GOAT, having LeBron as your GOAT. But as long as you got one of them two, you got it. I won't get mad at your answer.
Today, I'm not mad when people say Jordan's a GOAT. I'm mad at the fact when they say that it's clear.
Yeah, like
LeBron has no case for GOAT.
Yup, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
And honestly, bro, I put a lot of thought into this. I don't care what people say. I don't care what backlash I throw at me. I do not like Kobe. I'm not a Kobe Bryant fan, but after I watched that thing, the documentary of the team, Kobe got a case to be the GOAT too. And I'm not even a Kobe fan. Y'all know I like Kobe a lot.
I just hate
the shit he went through in his career.
I just hate how what they do to Kobe now, how they treat him. Cause I remember growing up in school, we would have these debates all the time about Kobe, Jordan, LeBron. Not just about in school, cause I've seen it. We've seen it on the media. We've seen it with our own eyes that everybody was comparing LeBron, Jordan, and Kobe to the greatest players of all time. I don't know where all this disrespect came from. Where he's not. A lot of people saying he's not top 10 player all time, top 5 player all time, top 5 Laker of all time.
It's because he's not around. They know if they were saying this while he was around, you know Kobe would have fired back, or Kobe would have had something to say. You know,
he wouldn't allow that.
Sit there and take their time out to argue with him. You know that, or it's, you know,
Kobe don't got time for the games.
Even Jordan would tell you.
Because he's not around.
Even Jordan would tell you Kobe is. If Kobe not, because he be hating on LeBron too, low key. But if he don't say LeBron behind him, he definitely gonna say Kobe right behind him. Ask who a lot of people say the GOAT is. What LeBron would say, he would say that Kobe is top 3. A lot of NBA stars is gonna say that Kobe is top 5 at least. And then there's a lot of people in the fans saying he's not top 10, maybe not top 5 Laker. How can you not be top 5 Laker? Getting 5 championships for that organization. That's wild. And for people to say that Magic is better than him, you could say that I don't agree, but you can say that because he got 5 rings. But you don't act like he didn't have a lot of help during those rings. He had mad help during those rings. Kareem.
You can say it.
Kareem for a lot of those rings, just like Kobe had for those rings. Don't act like that don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
He had Kareem for. I'm pretty sure he had Kareem for every single one of his rings. So
I think 80. I don't think he had him. I think he was hurt.
he was hurt, but don't act like he didn't have him to get there. I don't. You can't take that away. You can't take that finals away from him, even if he played without him. But don't act like he had a great squad. I just don't like the Kobe disrespect. But I agree with a lot of stuff that you could say that maybe Magic is better than him. Maybe some people you gotta have a good argument. But I'm not putting him a lot of people over Kobe though.
The Kobe slander gotta stop.
A lot of players get disrespected too much.
Slander gotta stop.
It won't stop when you're that good. It won't stop. LeBron is that good.
Like, Jordan did not do it by himself. You take away Scotty, he's not doing none of this shit, bro.
They wasn't. You take away Scotty. Don't act like he didn't have Horace Grant.
Yo! Oh, you got a fat head and big eyes.
Word. Nah, but don't act like Jordan didn't have help. He had Horace Grant, Scottie Pippen, not Bill Cartwright, but Bill Cartwright was a decent center. He had, what's this dude named B.J. Armstrong, Steve Kerr.
Nigga, did you just say Horace Grant?
Horace Grant was nice. Don't talk about Horace Grant like he's not.
No. I'm not saying he's third, but come on, man. In terms of people who helped him with a rake, Horace Grant.
Horace Grant was a good piece for that first cup for them first two rings. Don't act like Horace Grant wasn't him. He was
first two rings. Anything after the first two rings, it was like, what the fuck?
Alright, yeah, but he was a good help for them first two rings. Horace Grant is a bucket. He was an all-star caliber player.
If it wasn't for them getting Robin, they would not have won them 3 back-to-back.
Nah, they probably would. Maybe they would have. Maybe they would not. I think they probably would have, because I don't think Utah was fucking with them or the Sonics. Utah and Sonics wasn't really fucking with them. Regardless of if they had Dennis or not. I mean Dennis was there to hold Karl Malone. If Dennis isn't there, Karl Malone might just go for 50 every game.
Like I said, you take away Dennis Rodman, they're not winning in 96, 97.
Yeah, that might be tough.
Maybe 96.
That might actually be tough.
Maybe 96, but 97 and 98, they're not winning them titles, bro.
We gotta look. I gotta look back and do more research. Like I know some of obviously I got some knowledge of it, but I gotta go more in depth on it to look back at that.
Them niggas was getting away with a lot of calls back then, because Jordan shoved off in 98. I'm not denying. Nobody can deny that. That nigga shoved off.
Yeah, he did.
Ain't called nothing.
I'm not mad at that though. Let it rock. Let them play ball.
Yeah, to let it rock, but still, it's like Kenny was getting mad. We getting calls for everything. Yes, because if you seen the way I was playing back in the 90s, I was playing like I was in jail.
I don't even, to be honest, I feel like a lot of times they just be chatting. I do think it is physical. It was a very physical era. But they make it seem like you was getting really punched every single play. You wasn't getting hard fouled every single play. It was every once in a while, or like it was happening a lot. It was happening more frequently than it is nowadays. But don't act like nowadays don't have very hard fouls that happen. It's just the soft shit that people do nowadays. That's why they talk shit. But these players take contact just as much as them old players did too.
I can definitely agree with that. We definitely can agree with that.
And what is I don't know why old heads be acting like it's good to just be punching people in the face if that was the case. Like why is it okay for a basketball player to get punched in their face? That's not what the sport is about. The sport is not about violence. It's not boxing, it's not wrestling. It's basketball. It's not football. Even in football they don't allow that type of stuff. Why would you try to allow that in the NBA? Come on now. Don't act like that. The sport is not for that. The old heads be acting like that's what the sport is for. The sport did get a little like the fouls did get a little softer because the refs do be bugging because the players are smarter. They foul bait, but don't act like the 90s is just something way a whole different level of fucking physicality. It's nothing too crazy. A lot of NBA players will be able to handle that. I got it.
I don't know, man. That shit is punched. Niggas got clothesline. Niggas got body slam.
And they think that's basketball.
Bro, that shit.
And that's why a lot of fights happened back in the day. That's why you saw Kareem punching people and stuff. Cause stuff like that was happening. You're not gonna allow stuff like that to happen to you as a grown man. You're gonna want to fight back. Imagine how much fights would start in the NBA today with stuff like that happening on a basis.
God. I can see. I ain't gonna lie. I can see Russ. I can see Jokic punching a nigga.
Look at what happened with Isaiah Stewart. What, last season or 2 seasons ago?
LeBron.
Like, come on now, and he ain't even do nothing too crazy. Like, imagine what players would do.
He started leaking. He didn't like that. He said, "I'm leaking. I'm about to punch a nigga."
Exactly. I don't care what people say. It ain't nothing about toughness or nothing. It's just that they know what they could do to their advantages. So why not use it? Try to foul bait.
You see what? No, Mike. You see what Jokic did to Marcus Morris?
Yeah.
Nigga fucked up his back.
Yeah, like he had him out.
Nigga, Jokic said, "Fuck out of here."
He was out for the rest of the season. People could get tough in this era. Just use it. Just use the foul bait to your advantage, knowing that the refs is gonna be on your side a lot of the times.
This team, like the NBA, this league is not soft. It's just it's foul protected. You can say foul protected. There's a lot of toughness in the league still. It's just they're enforcing fouls so that people don't get hurt.
Yup. Cause it's dangerous. You don't want your star players getting hurt.
There's a lot of people in the NBA that's some dirty ass players. Grayson Allen, Draymond.
Yeah,
we ain't gonna talk about Draymond.
There's a lot of people that's dirty, that do dirty work. You can't get mad at them because that's their job. Pat Bev.
Yeah.
Like, they got people that's gonna do their job and work hard and be very physical. Like PJ Tucker, even though he gets killed a lot, he's very physical on the defensive end.
Very physical, like he shows the pure embodiment of defense. Like he might get killed, but he's going to play defense.
And then like another thing is like, how would you want players to be so physical if the defenders can't really do much? The defenders can't be physical if they really wanted to, because the refs is iffy. One day they want to call a nigga getting punched in his face, but then the next day, next day you could run over somebody at 100 miles per hour. They not gonna call it. They're iffy. That's why players don't know when to be physical and when not to be physical.
But if you graze a ref's arm trying to get up off the floor, that's a technique.
Yeah, you saw what happened with Grant Williams. Like, that was wild. That was wild.
Come on. That was being petty.
The refs need to start getting fined because they starting to make the games about them. Like, we did not come to watch the refs. We came to watch the NBA players. And y'all really y'all call petty ass technical fouls, flagrant fouls, even the bad officiating on regular fouls. They do too much. They do a lot that they shouldn't be doing. They need to start getting fined for bad.
And they get away with it too because they refs.
Yeah, because they don't get no money taken out their paychecks or none of that. If they was getting fined, I bet you they start making a lot more better calls.
And for every bad call, you get fined.
They gotta start making them go over all the gameplay. Look at all the bad fouls they did, all the bad texts. Whatever happened, whoever made the call, get the money out their check. And whoever didn't help overturn the call, take money out their check too.
Everybody suffer.
Hell yeah.
One bad call, you suffer.
Hell yeah. But I think it's about time we end this. We fully end this.
Yeah, we fully end this.
It's about